I brought water this time. Sorry. This is a two-pager. All right. Hey, while Tom was sick, he reached out to Kevin, our music minister at Lindale, and he told him, he said, Kevin, when I get well, I want to share my testimony with the church. And he said, I know I won't be able to do it and stand there and talk and not cry like a baby. So he said, I really want to get it videoed, and I want to share it with the church and then share some music. Well, unfortunately, that day didn't come. But I told y'all about Miss Louise. She sent us something that Tommy wrote back in January. It was January the 22nd of 2012. And when he wrote it, it put the time on there. And this was written at 5:04 in the morning. And I went back and I looked at my calendar just to see, and it was a Sunday morning. So I don't know what had gone on that day, don't know what Tommy had done or where he might have played or anything like that. But I think you'll see his heart when I share this with you, and I'm going to try to read it and not boo-hoo, but y'all listen to this. It's called How We All Sometimes Forget What Is Important. While 2011 had some great moments in it, I find it to be one of the most difficult years in my life. In March, my mother lost her battle with cancer. While my family rallied together those last 9 weeks of her life, I still find myself feeling out of place at times. The question I ask myself is, what is my purpose in life? Sometimes I just don't know the answer to that question. I have the greatest friends that people could ask for. I have the greatest family that anyone would ever want. So what is my purpose? The only thing I can think of is to ask God to guide me. I've been a Christian a long time now. I can remember the day that my pastor, Brother Benny Garner, gave the invitation to come and ask God to forgive me of my sins. I stepped out immediately and made my way down the aisle. Benny met me with a smile, and we prayed together. From that day forward, I knew my life was forever changed. I was baptized shortly after that. God touched my heart that day, and I've never let him out of my heart. I was in the 10th grade at the time, and even though I was young, I knew that I would spend my eternity in heaven. I want to thank Ken Pence for ministering to me. He's the reason that God has blessed me with this grace. He shared his testimony to me that Sunday before in Sunday school, and he led me to be saved. I'm not one of those people who can share their feelings. I do not like feeling weak or insecure about things. Like I said, God has blessed me with a wonderful family and the best friends and a talent that lets me share my love of music. I've been a musician now for over 36 years. God has given me the opportunity to share with thousands of people throughout my life. Some through my life just as a band member, some as a soloist. I've had the honor of playing at weddings, funerals, Christmas, and Easter celebrations, community events, patriotic celebrations, and last but not least, memorial events. 3 years ago, I was performing with the 8th Regiment Band in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. While we were performing at the steps of the Pennsylvania Monument, it was the end of our concert, and the sun was just about to go beyond the tree line. Now, our concerts are usually very emotional. We like to let people feel the emotions of the period. That is what makes the 8th so special. Our concerts close with 3 songs that depict emotions and feelings of what we thought is the greatest epic of American history. We honor all those men who died in this battle by playing Eternal Father, Strong to Save, the Navy hymn that you just heard, Near My God to Thee, and the Lord's Prayer. I'm the soloist for the Lord's Prayer. After we finished playing and began to pack up, this woman came up to me and thanked me for providing such beautiful music. I humbly responded with gratitude, but she told me that she'd not been right with God for a long time. Now, I didn't need to know why, but what she told me made me smile and thank God for blessing me with the gift of music. She began to cry while holding my hand, and she told me that while I was playing the Lord's Prayer, she began praying for the first time in many years. In that prayer, she asked God to forgive her of her sins. As I stood there with her, I smiled and told her God was good and that He loved her. As she walked away, I sat down on the bench and I thought about what had just happened. I thought about my question about what my purpose in life was. I thought about how wonderful God can be and how sometimes even a small gesture can mean so much. I want to thank my family for loving me the way they do. I want my friends to know that I cherish our friendship. And even though we do not see or talk to one another all the time, I think of them often. You all have touched my life in one way or another. To my brothers and sisters in Christ, thank you all for the blessings that you've given me. You've truly made my life complete. Lastly, to my mom and dad, I miss you all so much. Thank you for believing in me and raising me to be the person that I am today. I will see you again. Love, Thomas Guy Beall.